3, round 7, and we're heading to Austria. I am Sandro Sorag, joined by Lee Kelly.
Hello.
And Austria today, Lee. Not one of the longer tracks, probably the shortest track on the calendar, I guess.
No, it is the shortest track in terms of that time, but I think it's like second or third slowest in terms of
Yeah,
the
because
actual
Monaco
time.
might actually be shorter, but
Yeah.
as of track time, though, definitely by far the slowest track on the calendar, and well, not a lot to be said about this track. Quick track with I guess there is a fair chances for overtaking around here. You have three straights that I would say you have good overtaking possibilities. If you're a little more daring, there is the track is wide enough in the second sector to do some overtaking in the faster corners as well. A little more risky, but oh, this is looking interesting.
It's dry, but it's overcast. I wonder if we'll see any rain.
And it is very overcast, so I don't know. I don't see rain at the moment, but it's, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some rain soon.
Yeah, neither would I. I was thinking. I'm trying to even think. Who won last week? I can't even think. Oh yeah, it was Ivan King, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, Michael
It
Mann
was
was
indeed.
going up in front. In the first, those I think that was Ivan King. Yeah.
Let's see then. We have a couple of drivers out on track, and we actually have Ivan Kingsley out on track, but ahead of him we have Michael Marlowe. So that's first and second in the championship currently. Michael, who's I don't know. I don't feel like he's really properly gotten his season together before last week, but obviously ended up with a strong result last week, though. Ivan, on the other hand, he's been up there the whole season, and he's really haven't shown a lot of weak points, but not about that, as we will see.
Speaking of weak points, has he? No, okay, no, he hasn't scored. I don't know what happened.
But now we'll see Michael Marlowe, first driver on track to set a lap, as he gets out of turn 1, crucial to munch as much of that inside curb as possible. So it's now heading up towards what is officially turn 3. It is really the second proper corner on the track. But now in to turn 4, this corner where Lewis Hamilton just decided to shaft it into Alex Albon.
I thought you were going to mention that around me, weren't you? Of course.
Definitely. But let's see here now. Michael Marlowe getting towards the final 2 corners. And I gotta sneeze, that is always beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, Michael Mann coming up to the line. Reset across the line.
Excuse me. And a
Kingsley invalidated.
1:03.7 from Michael.
Yeah, Enzo's next was Ivan Kingsley invalidated.
You're right. Let's see then the Red Bull driver coming into the second to last corner. Not looking too bad out of the final corner. And it's going to be a 1:04.3, so 6/10 off Marlowe. And then we get instantly people putting themselves in the mix.
Thomas, I backed off his confident now.
Ooh.
So Ross is next. He's coming through the final corner.
Ross,
Almost
here we
time being.
go.
1 2.8.
And it is third. And Billy Mossum with a second place so far, actually. A little
Oh.
surprising. It's been a long time
Definitely.
since I've seen him fight higher up.
Yeah, but
Mm,
Ross obviously not having the great few races. If he wants any chance of championship, he needs to start just getting it together. Let's see. Ivan
and
King. Also, with a very long stop from Ivan, will it be pole position? I think it will be.
oh, and look
103.5, I
at
say that's fine.
that. A 103.5 from Ivan. Not sure if he wants to start on those tires though, but
It's not that bad doing lots of runs here.
I
You can
guess
still
you're
make
right, to
five
be
more.
fair. However, is there anyone else?
Erman's on one off.
Ross has been validated again.
Oh,
Erman.
Erman's in
Oh,
validated. He was very wide.
I think he's happy he just stayed on track in that case.
He needs to move out of the way of Grayson. He's only good pit, so. What's really awkward for the Renault because if he goes in too front, let's see, Grayson making for the final corner.
Let's see, Grayson managing to
Yeah,
not invalidate
Moss.
there, and it's a
Oh, fucking fingers.
104.3, putting him in 8th. And Luke is still on lap. Luke on the medium tires though. I mean, alternate strat is obviously a thing here as well, but I think I would rather quality on the soft tires, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously it's only a session, which he definitely does still have time to go on sauce if he chooses to. That's gonna be invalidation,
And
yeah.
oh,
Who is on that
and
one?
well, Tom Spicer, he's actually on a lap now. Went out a little later than everybody else. Heading into turn 4. Looking very cautious in my opinion, actually. As he goes in turn 5 now, and then into the swooping turn 6. Before this turn 7, and looked a little unsteady out of there, Lee.
Yeah, he did. Let's see, coming through the penultimate corner, now into the final corner. Oh, that's very nice for a final corner. He's getting very close to validation, but cost time for Tom.
He didn't look
He'll
bad
be
at
into the wrong
all.
turns.
And then pretty 6th place so far.
Yeah. See that with that final sector, yeah, it's only two corners, but that can be where you either that can be where sorry. That can be what that can be where you win or lose your lap. There we go. Jesus.
Struggled a little with that one.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But yeah, I do agree with that. It's like you said, it's only two corners, but it's two very crucial corners. Let's see, we actually have Marlowe on a lap as he's heading going through the second sector at the moment.
He's in none here, I think he's backed off.
Well, good deduction, and Billy has invalidated his lap, so I believe we're going
I
to
don't know.
Ermin then.
So there's like a 4 or 5 car queue on the straight where Erman is now. I don't know,
So
almost.
hopefully they'll move out of his way as it says it is purple in the first sector.
Oh, Cameron!
Did I miss something?
Cameron almost killed him, basically.
I
Cameron,
looked
I think
I
he was
looked away
coming.
for a moment.
Cameron was going. Cameron was going on track. He should have stayed to the left. He shouldn't have came back on. He stayed to the left. He's fine, but
Oh, and Ermin invalids in the same place as last time.
yeah, I think his lap was pretty much ruined anyway.
Um, Tyler Thomas is going out of turn 1 onto this long straight.
Yep. 16-2 to the first sector. Michael Mara's about to cross the line. Let's see what he sets. What's the line? It is P1.
Oh, strong lap from
That's
Michael
the exact
Marlowe.
same time as Ivan. That's the exact same time.
It happens.
Now that's weird, no, because then Ivan should be ahead. You said it's from this game. Ivan should be
But
ahead.
we don't see smaller decimals than thousands, but there is smaller than that as well. As Ross is about to finish his lap out of the final corner, and it's going to be 1:03.6, and a little behind his teammate Ivan there. Not a lot,
Anyway,
but
let's see. Who's on that?
Jamie.
Ross is on one again. He's one tenth up in the first sector already, so he's not. That's an interesting. He used a lot of inside curve to turn two. I've never ever been taught or learned to take that corner that way. That's interesting. And then through turn 4. No, I've been out of the way into turn 5 for Ross. Here's a 10th and a bit up. That wouldn't actually put him on pole yet, but he's still coming for a little bit of time. He's a Red Bull ahead. Enzo needs to get out of the way. He does. Ross going to the final corner. He runs a little bit deep. Will this be an improvement? It is. Look how close the top 3 are. 2,500 of a second.
Now we're
That's
talking.
crazy.
And I can say that we've gotten confirmation here, Lee. It is cloudy, and for the race it will be wet conditions.
F3 can't catch a break from wet conditions, can it?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
One.
As Ivan is on a lap now, going into turn 3, I guess we will call it. I'm a bit of an opponent of calling it turn 3, but officially it is, so we're gonna stick with it. Now into turn 4. Simon is gonna try to find some time in this second sector. Now into this fast section, one of my favorite sections on this track.
He's up by 5 tenths.
Oh!
Excuse me. This won't be far off F1 times. Hold on.
No, as long as he doesn't get hindered in this final sector now.
Very nice corner. Oh, what's Ivan gonna set up to the line?
This is gonna be a 102, 103.1.
He didn't have DRS activated, unless that's a glitch on my end, because it does do that where it doesn't DRS.
Well, I didn't see a DRS either. As Ermin is out on mediums now.
See what he can do then. Into turn. I'm like you, I hate calling it turn 3. I've always called it turn 2, even though I know
I
it's
do
turn
as
3.
well, but there is always people who argue that when I call it turn 2, people are just like, no, that's turn 3. But technically, yes, it is, because officially it is turn 3. But it's not a proper core. It's like there isn't a proper turn 2. But we'll just stick with that as turn 3 now. Even though it's...
like, speaking like corners that aren't really corners, did you know that the bottom of the corner on Bahrain, it isn't that right hand there? There's a little kink after it. That's counted as turn 15. Not many people know that. Yeah, there you go.
As Ermin has done a 104.5. Grayson is on a lap heading into the second sector. Well, just started the second sector actually. As we have 4.5 minutes left, Lee. Do you see anyone taking that pole position away from Ivan today?
I don't see. I really don't. That's the Ivan can find more time because he was 5 tenths up alone in that middle sector, and he lost a good 10th in the final. So he definitely has time to find. But Grayson on the lap, he's about a 10th up. That wouldn't improve position. Let's see, can he break into the 103s? Oh, he
and out of the final corner. Oh, but it is invalid. All right.
Yeah.
Jeremy Pope then, he's not pushing.
You know, he was up. He was up on his
Luke,
time. What did he pay? I'm not sure. That's interesting. Okay.
well,
Yeah.
that's weird. But Luke Baker though, heading down the second straight here, down towards turn 4 as we're getting a horrible camera angle, but we'll run with it. And there we go. Into turn 5 now. Or is that kink also counted as a corner? That's a good question. As Luke is coming in towards the final 2 corners and he's
He's
going into the
betting.
pit. People
Who's
out
closest to him?
laps.
I don't even. I was not now. Who's closest to him now? It is the Alfa Romeo of Jamie.
Yeah, so you'll follow him down as he goes into turn 1. Crucial to take a lot of that outside curb on entry, as you can see him doing, but he
Then
also
ran ahead.
invalidated.
Tyler Thomas
And
behind them.
Tyler Thomas, he manages to keep his lap valid.
Let's see. He's the right 10th up in the first sector. No.
Looking like he's getting a decent exit from that hairpin before he goes down to turn 4. Small lockup. Did I see right?
Yeah, I saw one as well. Like that way he was turning. It definitely did. Yeah, I heard it again. Definitely is a lock up again.
Now through the second sector, he's 2 tenths up on his time.
Let's see now as he comes into the
Let's
penultimate
see
corner.
then. Tyler Thomas out of the final corner. Will it be an improvement as it is a
Improvement.
104.6 3/10 improvement and 11th.
It's an AlphaTauri net, and Michael Marino was back off on his lap, so he was
And so he's
19th.
on a lap.
He was on laps, yeah.
And so he's currently almost equal with his time, I believe. Yes, 2 thousandths time down his time. Let's see then, can he find any time in the final 2 corners? Not looking too bad. And out of the final corner, what
Goes
will
ahead of
be
his team.
Enzo's time? It's gonna be 10th and a half improvement from Enzo into 7th place. And he's gonna go
Yeah.
right on for another lap, but no.
Ross
We're
jumped
gonna
Michael, Ross up in the P2 at the moment. Cameron coming out of the
we're
final corner. We're getting a little bit of safe stream up till 9. Goes in the P4, that's a very good lap from Cameron.
Ermin invalidates another lap time. He should be able to get one last lap in though. But Michael
Michael's
Marlowe
on the line.
through
Yeah,
the final corner. Is
very nice
he
final
gonna be
corner.
able to challenge as it is a 103.3 and it is a 10th and a half improvement, which puts him in, well, that doesn't actually put him anywhere, still in second then. As
Ermin's been
Ermin
nominated again.
again.
Yep.
Oh, Ermin. Luke Baker on his final lap.
I love it. The confidence from Ivan just not go out again. It's amazing.
Well, I think he felt pretty safe there in the end, and with the gap he had, I would say it's fair enough.
Yeah, especially in a track like here, yeah. 4 tenths around here is a big gap, so.
It is quite a big gap. But what about Luke Baker and out of the final corner? It's gonna be a
P1.
103.9 and a big improvement from Luke to move up into ninth.
But Cameron
Um,
having a good show on the point. P6 and P9.
we do not have anyone else on any laps anymore. Something I just realized though, there is no Silva here today, so Ivan's gonna have to deal with those two AlphaTauris by himself today, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, if he has the pace he had in quality, it should be no issue. Obviously, his main goal, if he breaks out with DRS, he'll be fine. If he doesn't, then he's just gonna get DRS train the whole way. And if all avatars can keep with him, they can use that to their advantage, which is not gonna work out for him in the long run.
You're right, but I do gotta stress though, it will be important for him to break that DRS before DRS becomes active at the beginning, because at that point it's gonna be difficult. But it's the Ferrari of Ivan Kingsley in first place on pole position, then Michael Marlowe in second, followed by his teammate Ross Denham in third, then Cameron in fourth, Tom in fifth, before we have Billy in sixth, then Enzo in seventh, Jamie in eighth, then Luke in ninth, and Grayson to round up the top 10. And we'll go through the rest of the grid when we're on the grid. But wet race then, Lee. And not gonna lie, this looks like full wet conditions as well. It's not exactly inters. Doesn't look like it, at least.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what. We'll wait and see what tires everyone's on. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it will be full wet, but you never know.
It's raining down pretty heavy, so it should be full wet conditions. Yes. Everyone is, I assume, deciding fuel loads, last minute setup adjustments right now.
Yeah, that's what I'd...
Don't think it's much of a struggle to pick tires.
No. I mean, they can't change, do they? It is full wet, you are correct.
Let's see. And it is full wet. But nonetheless, we're gonna go through the rest of the grid, as we have Tyler Thomas in 11th place, followed by Ermin in 12th. Ermin, who we really would have expected Ermin a little higher up, but he really just could not get a valid lap in during quali. Then Jeremy in 13th, before the next American in 14th in Chris. Then Jessica in 15th, and Matt Romano in 16th. And with that, we can see that there is two cars who you're not gonna have a fun start today, really. Tom Spicer and Billy. They're gonna be sitting on the grid with freezing cold tires. Pretty much gonna have no grip whatsoever off the go, and not gonna lie, that could create a dangerous start, you know. Hopefully it won't give the drivers too much trouble.
No.
Well, the question is, though, Lee, is it a full wet race, or is it gonna dry up at some point during the race? Because that we don't know.
At this current moment, I'd say no, but you just never know.
Well, it's definitely not gonna dry up anytime soon, but there is 36 laps, so it could the weather can be like this, and we can see it changing midway through the race, but we have some time on us before that.
Definitely do.
Yes, let's see now. Get it. There we go. 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Heading in towards turn 1, it's looking like a good start from Michael Marl. However, Ivan is managing to get a good getaway as well. Cameron, though, pressuring Ross in turn 1. And there is a tap, and Cameron
Oh,
is
there's a
in the
Renault.
wall.
Oh, that is Cameron and Enzo.
I believe it is. And
And
oh, and look at this. A lot of fighting back here.
Michael
And this
going
is
down the
Billy
inside.
down the inside. And he
Oh,
goes way deep, really not managing to slow that car down. And look at this chaos. It's absolute chaos
oh
for
my
the
god.
in the fight for 4th place.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
counting.
Billy gonna go around
Oh,
the
and they're
inside.
free wide
Ermin.
pretty much.
Oh,
Oh, and
Billy
he's
gets that.
turning.
Oh
And
my
that
god.
is, well, let's see.
That's
Who's that? That
crazy.
is Ermin and I'm not
Bolt
sure.
Reynolds have had an
Grayson, I
awful
believe.
start. Bolt Reynolds been spun around. Well, I didn't think Cameron. No, I didn't think Grayson was spun around. He just spun him his own. What a start in all
What a
fairness.
crazy start.
Ermin, wait,
It's not.
yeah, Ermin was up there in like P6 or 7, and now he's dropped back. And he's down in
Oh, and we
P10.
have a Mercedes of Tyler Thomas.
Oh my
I
god.
saw him losing it in the
In fact,
second
oh,
last
wait,
corner.
what? Okay, never mind. I thought Ross and Michael had ammo when it was just the
Oh yeah,
Thomas
no, no.
being good.
Oh yeah,
Typical
of course.
Masters.
But let's see then. What a start to this race
Yeah.
we got. However, it's far from finished, and it is difficult to keep up with where the battles is when the timing is popping up like it is. But we have Chris Ryan on Enzo here though. Chris on the outside heading down towards turn 5, and there is touch!
Oh.
And it looks like Chris just lost his rear a little on outside that dry line. Or dry line, but look at this then. Chris right on the back of Enzo.
Ivan's gone already.
He's gone. He's gonna take that win, it looks like already.
Don't jinx him yet, we still have a while to go.
True. Enzo though still getting put under a massive amount of pressure from Chris Ryan. As we can see, is that Jessica moving over and letting Tyler Thomas through? I think it is.
It is.
In the fight for 4th place though, we still have 3 cars. It might have been a bit spicier earlier, but we still have Tom Spicer chasing Billy here.
You thought that out in your head, and you're spicier and Tom Spicer.
It just came to me.
Okay.
I didn't really think about it before I said that this battle was spicy. Then I realized it.
Tom Spicer. Speaking of Tom Spicer, he's gone very deep in this one. Though Jamie wants the back room.
Oh, and look at this.
Enzo's
Jamie
just cut the
on Tom, trying to attack him now. And Jamie is not giving up. He's in Tom's slipstream. I don't think it's quite close enough.
Unless he wants to do a huge send, or he doesn't.
Big send, you mean?
Yep.
Just lick the stamp and send, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the kind of send we saw Billy do earlier, and he created some. Oh, a saw. Oh, nah, you don't mean a Sorag send.
Yeah, no, I mean a bottom house. So.
Oh, yes.
Ermin makes the move. Can he get Ermin up in this 8 so far? It's a shame. If he was about the front, I think he could have been the challenger. But Ross has closed the gap on Ivan. But Ivan is on 100% ERS.
And Ross is
That
not.
might that
I'm
might
guessing.
explain a little bit. No, I know. In fact, Ross is still on about 70%, so he's not too far behind.
Let's see. Ermin trying to get closer to Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy goes wide, so does Erman. See, unless he wants to make a big dive, only making a move.
He's getting
He's
closer,
getting.
but is it close enough?
No, it's not until turn 3 anyway. Oh, Jeremy goes deep.
Oh,
That
and
only
that's
Erman's
gonna
path.
open up the opportunity for Ermin to just stroll right by and take that 7th away from Jeremy.
Yeah, up ahead though. I wonder if he can catch this battle between. Well, you have Michael Marlowe and Billy. Billy doesn't seem to be able to be get. I ignore me. I'm having a little time. You Jesus.
You sure you don't want a dictionary today, Lee?
I don't need a dictionary. I just my stutter. Oh, dictionary.
Oh, interesting, Enzo. He's gone in for Inters.
That's a very bold call. We'll see if it works.
It doesn't look like it's.
Awful, but it doesn't. It doesn't look. It doesn't look awful,
I
but
mean,
it doesn't look superior.
it still looks like it's raining pretty heavy.
Whereas he's not losing that much time to Cameron. So. Oh, Billy gaining on Michael.
Mm.
Is he close
Oh,
enough
you're
into turn
right. And
4?
Billy, is he gonna send it? He sits behind going into turn 4. Trying to put the power down. Can't really.
Oh, on the grass a little bit.
Taking a lot of the outside curb on entry to turn 5.
Probably a little bit more than. Probably a little bit over track limit.
Yeah, I can't imagine he got a warning there. But let's see then. As Billy's trying to keep up with Michael.
Ivan gotten away from Ross a little bit, and he's still. Ross is abusing his ERS. Gee,
Let's
Ross, calm it
see.
down.
Let's see here then. Billy getting closer to Michael again. He's not going to be close enough. And that's
Oh
a
my god.
big.
Oh, he
For a
goes
moment,
in.
I thought he was actually sending it. But there was no send there. Tom and Jamie not far behind as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ross has, what, 40% ERS? Ivan has 90.
That's the story about somebody trying to catch up to somebody they're just not able to catch up to.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot happening at the moment. Kinda gotten a little more quiet. Actually, Enzo on the back of Cameron there. Cameron on the wet tires while Enzo is on the intermediates. Let's see if this can give us an indication on what tires is the best.
Billy is close to Michael. Yeah, he can. On these holes, I'm gonna make a move, but. Is he gonna send it?
Oh, you're right. He is closer to Michael
Is he
now.
gonna
And is it going to
send
be a
it?
big send? It's
No.
not going to be one. He might be close enough for a move down into not with that exit.
Ermin on the interest. Now we'll get a real indication on what tires are better.
I mean, Enzo isn't losing Cameron, but
Well, lucky. a lot faster coming, is he? So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't feel like it's the quicker tire yet. It might be in a crossover period though.
I'll watch Erman's gap till later, and then I'll let you know what I get from that. Billy's in. First of the real front runners to be into the pits. I'm gonna assume he's going in first.
Interesting. To be fair, my rain might look a little lighter right now.
Yeah, but Erman's not exactly bliss. Erman's not exactly showing blistering pace. He's not showing awful pace, but.
Let's see where Billy comes out right behind Tyler Thomas ahead of Jessica.
Yeah, that line as well. Ivan's got on that gap. But, okay, I think the
Oh,
reason why Ivan's got the gap is because Ross has been saving the RS. Oh, Enzo and
and look at this,
Cameron.
Billy on Tyler Thomas down the inside as he takes away that position from Tyler. Maybe the Inters are starting to be the right tires to be on.
Maybe. Oh, Michael's in.
Interesting. Would have thought Ross would have taken the chance there, to be fair. Let's see then. Billy out of the final corner now.
Michael
I don't know.
Miller is gonna come
I
out
think maybe the
ahead.
Inters are the better tires now.
Yeah, I think it might be because Billy's just
Oh, and
got
look at this!
Michael.
Billy has undercutted Michael massively.
Maybe the Inter's out of turn. Billy going for the move on Chris Ryan. Into turn 3, he's gonna dive it down the inside. He's very, very confident on the brakes, says Billy. I'll give him that. Lots of
Yes.
confidence.
But look at that undercut though. It just
Ivan Kingsley's in, and so is Ross as well. I think it is definitely starting to become
Ross.
confident.
Ross should have really taken that chance this previous lap though. But to be fair, he might have pulled Michael in first because of the gap to Billy. As we can really see the drivers
Tom
on
and
the
Jamie
pull
still
widths.
staying in.
Interesting.
Ivan
You can see
coming.
Luke
Yeah,
Baker, he is going into the pit now.
Ivan still came out in the lead. That's Tom's. Is he gonna go for any moves though? No, he's not.
No, you are right.
Yeah, everyone in. I think we're definitely starting. Oh, I feel. Chris Ryan's gone to another set of wet. Same with Luke.
Ermin's made up some positions with this undercut though. Up into ace now.
And he'll make up more whenever Tom, Jamie, and Jeremy all decide to come in.
Unlucky for Luke and Chris though. They definitely was intending to pit over to the Inters.
Yeah, Tom and Jamie now in. Chris Ryan follows suit. Chris Ryan will.
So Ross moves back into second. Billy's gonna move into third. Billy, who I don't believe has been. Well, thinking about it, I don't think he's really been close to a podium yet this season, but he's in the position for it today.
Yep. Ermin. And then Ermin up in the fifth. Ermin still has a chance at a podium. He's not that far off. I just didn't have the pace.
True.
I know it's definitely time for enters now.
Oh
Last lap
yeah.
now 7 seconds between Ivan and Ross.
And Luke is gonna feel how bad those full wets are compared to the Inter soon now, as Tyler Thomas is right on his rear.
Definitely will. Oh, Enzo's. Oh my god, Enzo just saved it. I only caught the end of that.
I didn't really see that, but
Yeah, I only caught the end of it. Now we have
and
a battle between
so
Enzo and Jeremy for P8.
indeed, and look at this, taking a bit of a different line from each other out there.
Tyler's
Now
got
through
past Luke,
turn
Luke's into
one,
pits.
Jeremy a little wide on the exit. It looks like Enzo is getting a decent run.
He's gaining, he's definitely is gaining. He's gonna
And
go
he's
with the
gonna go for that
inside.
inside. It's gonna be an easy move
Oh, he goes
down.
in deep. But Jeremy can't get switched back.
It is difficult to get a switchback going in these conditions. You just struggle with the grip everywhere but that dry line.
Yeah, definitely.
As Jessica is passing Chris Ryan on those wet tires that is really not working.
Definitely isn't. Erman right in the back of Michael already. He's definitely gaining. He does have a lot. He seems to have a lot of pace at that racing point. It just shows it. If he qualified higher, where would he be?
That's a good question, but we won't get it answered. But look at the gap between Ivan and Ross, though. There's just there's just no competition for it today. It is Ivan's. This is Ivan's race at the moment.
Yeah. Everyone else is relying on a safety car or something. To have a chance.
That's Ermin. That is a good question you're saying now. Where could Ermin have been if he actually got in the lapping quali?
Mm-hmm.
As we see Ermin getting closer and closer to Michael out of turn one. I think he has the run on Michael this time. He should be able to get a move going.
He's gaining.
As he goes up
Tails
next
the
to him, he's gonna take
inside.
the inside line in turn three.
Michael holding it on the outside though.
He is indeed, but it looks like Ermin's got
Erman
this.
seems to have better straight line speed.
And Michael's not gonna send it down the inside in turn four. As Ermin then moves up into fourth place and he's gonna take up the chase on Billy in third.
Yeah, Billy in third, and it's a long way to another car. Ross 14 seconds up the road. Feel bad for Ross, he's in a world of his own. He's 7 seconds behind Ivan, but he's 14 seconds ahead of Billy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lonely race for both Ivan and Ross today, I think. However, this fight for fourth is spicing up though. Look at Michael still
Oh,
right on the
Tom's
back of
gaining.
Overman, but also Tom Spicer. Is Tom gonna go for anything? Not right now. We also got Jamie, who's trying to get up to this group, 2 seconds behind them. And Erminator, who's trying to drag them up to Billy. We have a potential 5-man fight for third place there, Lee.
Yeah, definitely. It just seemed like it could be a very good fight. Hopefully we do get it.
So we can see that Jamie, he's caught about 5 tenths right now.
Yeah, Ermin seems to get away a little bit.
Ermin not really managing to catch too much on Billy at the moment, though.
Obviously, Billy has that 3 second, which could cost him at the end, but.
True, but he's
Yeah,
keeping the pace up good right now. Alright, you just gotta excuse me for a moment. I will just leave it following this fight for fourth at the moment.
Yep, the L5, that is. Who is that? I think it was Jessica Harrison. Is Michael close enough to make a move? No, he's definitely too far back. Well, Tom, no. A bit too far back. Interesting to see, as Sandra said, how if he tries to catch up to Billy, because obviously, yeah, Billy does have 3 seconds at the moment, so. That gap teetering on the edge of 3 seconds. Billy does have a lot of pace. He has 100% ERS. If he needs to burn to try and get away, he definitely has the tools still. And he seems to have the pace to keep this going at the moment.
I am back, and I hope I didn't miss out on much, but
you did not miss on anything.
I see that Ermin is about to be able to break away from Michael, though, but Michael is under a lot of pressure from Tom here.
It is. Sounds like you've got food there, Sandra.
I do have my food there, you are correct.
Half 6 your time for food. It's not a little bit late.
It's actually 7:30 for me.
Oh wait, oh yeah, you're 2 hours at. 7:30, you're.
No, wait. No, 6:30, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was thinking, no, you're in Norway.
My bad.
Yeah, I was thinking that you're in Norway, you're 1 hour ahead.
Indeed.
So confused from that. Yeah, Ermin's starting the game on Billy, you know, like that there 2 seconds, or just over 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're right. It hasn't stopped rating. No, it hasn't. This battle for fourth, though, splitting up a little. You have Ermin, who's starting to catch on Billy. Michael, who's slipping away from Ermin, and still getting pressured by Tom, though. Then you have Jamie, who's struggling to catch that last bit up to these two.
It is a little bit spread out at the moment. Yo, flag, who's that?
I don't think that was for anything. We have a battle for 10th fair as well. Tyler Thomas, Matt Romano, and Cameron Rowlands.
Cameron qualified, I think like 4th or something, remember? So he definitely isn't lower than what he expected. Let's see. I think he'll get past Matt Romano pretty easily. If he will. He'll go down the inside.
Well, he's gonna break later. Not a lot. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna drop my controller for a moment there.
Oopsies.
Indeed. But yeah, I was
It's
gonna
crazy for
say,
me to Wait, go ahead, sorry.
no,
I cut
not
you
a lot
off.
of battles happening right now.
Yeah, it's all much fun. I was gonna say, it's crazy to think that Ivan's in F3. The pace he's showing, I think he's definitely gonna be fighting for it at the top in F2 at least.
Hmm, probably. But the pace he's showing right now, I think he would make a good addition to F2.
Definitely will be
But
smart something like
I mean, he did explain. I mean, he has been performing exceptionally better this season than the previous seasons, and I know that's not by coincidence either. He has been putting more effort into it, and
that.
well, at the end of the season, it's as it stands right now, it's probably gonna pay off with a championship.
He needs to keep his head really, and it'll be fine.
It's early, but I just don't see who else is gonna take that away from him. However, Ermin Lee, he's now on the back of
Oh yeah,
Billy.
he is on the back really.
He's gonna try to put Billy under some pressure. Can Billy keep his cool then? Does he have one penalty, do you know? Or is it more?
He's on at the moment. It'll take
Yeah.
me a few seconds.
Well, in that case, unless Ermin feel like he can't catch Ross in second, he can just sit where he is right now, or he can go for a move just to take it.
He's definitely going for a
But
move, but Billy has a lot of overtaking his arsenal.
but he's not gonna be close enough this time, so he's gonna have to wait until next lap at least. Oh, and further down the field, we actually have Cameron Rowland very close to Tyler Thomas here.
Oh, he goes a bit wide,
As he's
and
getting a
little
much
down.
better exit, and he's gonna take that P10 away from Tyler.
Berman's gonna defend, now he's gonna go back down the inside. And he makes the move, and he'll keep the position. Nice
Fair
defending
play,
up around.
Tyler.
Oh, Erman's gone very wide. That's gonna be a warning. That might be a Sammy check actually. Warning. Erman's on 2 warnings, so one warning from opponent.
Oh, and look at this. I think Tom is getting
Enzo's gone on
closer to Michael.
Smix. That's a little bit
Oh
early,
my god.
Enzo.
One thing is to gamble, but that's a very big gamble. It is still raining.
I can only think that's a mistake.
It has to be. I can't understand. It has to have been a mistake.
It definitely have to be. Yeah, and then comes Tyler Thomas, and there'll be Cameron sweeping past him. He's gonna drop like a stone.
you
That
can
feels
you can
very
see the
bad.
pain of having those slicks on.
Definitely can.
Cameron Rowland, so right on the rear of Tyler here. Tom Spicer getting closer to Michael Marlowe, but not close enough to make that move.
He seems to have gotten a little bit of a gap to Erwin anyway.
Interesting though,
And
Lee, with
I think Enzel's like though.
Well, that must have been after he pitted the last time then. I don't think his AI would have gone on to soft tires.
Got Tyler and Cameron are battling. I'm going for the
Again.
move. What about the same US? I think only he'll be able to make the move into turn 4.
Oh, Cameron down the inside on Tyler.
Down the
And he
inside.
goes a little bit
it's
too deep.
contact.
Almost pulls a Hamilton on Tyler there.
That's the second time you mentioned that. How many more times, Andre?
Oh wait, you're a Hamilton fan. Now I realized. I didn't actually think about that.
Oh wait, Entel's back in the session. What? Oh, Irvin got a penalty. We missed that.
Ooh, that means Irvin has to get past Billy now.
Volume.
Well, that certainly makes it interesting.
It definitely does. Oh, Cameron gonna go right outside the tire, and that's a little bit ambitious.
Not just a little, very ambitious.
Yeah.
But let's see then. He's not gonna have a run down to turn 3. He might get a run to turn 4 again. As Matt Romano can just sit back and enjoy this battling right now. But Cameron, I don't think he's got a good enough run.
Enzel's still staying out.
But then I'm not sure. Guinea pig for somebody, maybe?
Well, it's still raining. It's not guinea pig,
yeah. I don't know. Makes no sense to me.
Makes no sense to me either.
I mean, in a normal situation, I would have usually said, well, he's probably just sacrificing himself for his teammate or something, but...
No, it's still raining.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Tyler.
Considering the fact that it's still raining, I don't think that's the case, no.
Me neither.
It is lighter though, so
Oh,
we might see it.
I think Billy made a mistake. Has Billy got a puncture? Billy's got a puncture.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, you're
Rear
right. He
left.
does.
Yeah,
he has a
has.
rear left puncture.
That must be a signal for everyone on the hasn't pit on the internet.
Oh, and that well.
Right.
Poor Ermin then, seeing Billy get that puncture, knowing that himself is on 2 lap older tires than Billy.
Yeah, but I wonder what we'll wear here, on. Billy double cost a lot of time, and he might not even jump on me one.
That certainly makes it interesting, then.
Awesome. Got the hat, doesn't it? We'll come out in P7.
Will we see any more pit stops now, or is it supposed to dry up? To be honest, it's only 10 laps, well, 9 laps left, and it is still raining, so it's gotta stop raining pretty soon if it's supposed to dry up at any point.
Seems like it. It's definitely, the rain's definitely calm now, at least. Why is Ivan weaving? I just heard him ball. He's.
I think he's weaving for weaving about the back markers not moving out of his bay.
Well, they're ghosted, so.
Yeah, but they're still supposed to move out of his bay.
Yeah, but.
I mean, Lee, you know how disturbing it is if you have back markers right in front of you going into the braking zone.
Yeah, but I've seen him weave when there's no back markers near him. Ermin's on dries.
Oh, that is ambitious.
Ermin.
That is very ambitious. That is too early, Ermin. No way.
Ermin.
It is still raining. I mean, unless we're getting one of those periods where like it's still gonna be raining, but it's gonna be too dry for inters. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
it definitely isn't. Ermin's definitely a lot taller on them tires. Surely Ivan and Ross are not going to be in soon.
Well, one
No,
thing's for sure, Ermin
Ermin's not
just.
losing.
Ah,
Hmm?
but are you sure though? Ermin is only a tenth and a half
Yeah,
down
that's
in
what
the
I'm
second
thinking,
sector.
he's not. Oh,
Maybe it is crossover.
this makes it interesting.
As we see Michael
He's
going into
gaining
the
on
pit.
Jamie. I I think Ermin's been a very good call.
Oh.
Sure, it stopped raining. It stopped raining.
No, it is
I don't
still
know what
raining.
happened. I
It's
think it
still
might stop.
raining,
Okay.
but I don't know. It's not raining enough for the track to stay wet enough. It looks like as Urbanator actually has the purple last sector, so it is definitely time for dry tires then.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Ivan comes in. Ivan takes no chances, so he doesn't want to get jumped. Your
And
flag, that's Tyler Thomas. He's got a puncture as well. DRS is
oh,
enabled.
DRS not disabled, enabled. It is still raining, no, but
I think the indicator. I think it'll stop very soon. Enzo's master plan worked after all.
yeah, I mean he was still in way too early though.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
unless he was guinea pigging for Terminator. I mean
Oh
that's the only thing I can see because like Irvin was the first one in except for Enzo, wasn't he? Yeah,
yeah,
that
that's
could be the
good.
case. But let's
I
see,
mean,
we still have
Iron was sitting
Ivan
there
in the
cooking
lead. We
something.
have Ross in a second, but I'm pretty sure we will have Ermin in a clear third now.
Yeah, we will. I think it'll be close between Jamie and Michael, I want to say. I think, no, Michael won't have it, actually.
Michael is in fourth, almost 8 seconds behind Ermin. Then in fifth we will have Jamie. Then it's gonna be either Billy or
Vinny's
Tom. It's gonna be
been. I
Tom.
feel so bad for Vinny. His one chance of a podium, and that happens.
Yeah, it's really not gone his way in the end today.
Definitely hasn't. Definitely hasn't.
Very unlucky for Billy there. Nonetheless, though, Ermin with an absolutely perfectly timed pit stop there in the end.
If you just give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go bathroom.
Let's see here. Oh, and look at this, a freeway fight for 12 at the moment. We have Grayson under pressure from Enzo. And Grayson looks like he's just lost it on the exit of the hairpin there. Enzo takes that position. Luke also goes past Grayson. Now, as Ivan takes fastest lap. Cameron takes fastest lap. I can imagine we will see more and more people take fastest lap now as the track is just gonna get drier and drier and quicker. As Grayson makes the move on Luke into turn one, however, that might have been a bad move to make as now Luke doesn't actually have DRS and he won't be able to pass him back. as Ermin has also taken fastest lap now. And let's see if we can see the penalties. Ermin has a 3 second, that's not gonna affect him as it is right now. Jamie has 9 seconds, which should not affect him either. Tom and Billy both with 6 seconds, but as it is right now, that shouldn't actually affect them either.
Well, yeah, well, Jeremy's score's not the Billy, so that might affect him in the end.
Nah, it shouldn't. Tyler's 12 seconds, so he is gonna be affected. But let's see then. Grayson on Enzo, he's trying to go for a move into turn 3, but he can't get a move going. Grayson is still right on the back of Enzo as Tom Spicer now takes the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, Grayson gonna go down the inside?
He was thinking about it. Ivan Kingsley with the new fastest lap of the race now. As they just keep going quicker and quicker now. Look at Enzo going slightly defensive line into the second to last corner there. Oh, let's see then. Grayson with DRS. Can he get close enough to make a move on Enzo?
Oh, Enzo!
Oh, Enzo almost squeezing Grayson out there. Or Grayson gets enough room, and look at his run. He's gonna make move down this straight. He's gonna take that further 12 from Enzo down the inside. Is he gonna be able to take it? Enzo keeps it around the outside. Still side by side. And it's gonna go down to turn 4, but it's gonna be Enzo in the lead still. And impressive to see how Enzo kept his position there.
Yeah, that is very surprising.
As these guys are giving us some great racing towards right now as the leaders, well, the leaders couldn't be further away from other people than they are.
Really couldn't they?
There's like 10 seconds, give or take, between everyone inside the top 4.
Yeah.
As Grayson takes 12 away from Enzo going into turn 1, but now Enzo is going to come back with DRS. And he's going to take that position back from Grayson.
Ivan's about to start falling off in a few moments.
You are right. Oh, look at Grayson now, right on the back of Enzo once again.
Another fastest lap.
As the track keeps getting quicker and quicker. I think that might have been the fastest lap we're going to see, though. It depends, like people will obviously start running out of ERS and stuff now at the end.
Well, I'm watching Ivan, he's at a 10th up in the first sector, so I only know they're going to happen this game.
Well, in that case.
I remember in Ermin with another penalty, he's still 9 seconds,
Still not gonna change anything. As Grayson, is he gonna make another move on? And so he tries, but he doesn't manage to properly get a move going. And we're gonna go over to Ivan as he's heading towards the final few corners. It's gonna be his 4th win of the season, as we see Ross taking a penalty right at the end of the race, actually.
Ivan's being a little boy. He really is.
Ivan really
Oh,
showing
he's
that he's
gotta
a
be
bit.
one of them.
And there
Oh,
comes
that.
Ross just to really rub it in there. As it was Ross Denholm in second, then Ermin will take third place after having a bit of a difficult start, especially with quali, and also a difficult start to race, but definitely making the right choices for strategy in the race. Then we have Michael Marlowe coming over the line to take fourth before we have Jamie, who's going to take fifth. Then Tom Spicer in sixth. Billy, well, actually Tom Spicer crossing the line there. Then Billy gonna go over the line to take seventh before Jeremy is coming around the last corner to take that eighth place right about now. Happy with that one, it looks like as well. And now Cameron Rowlands is going to be the last car on the grid to finish his race to take ninth. What a race in the end. Lee, not a lot of action for the front runners, but some good battles further down though.
It definitely was that. I'm gonna have to go for podium interviews, so I won't be able to hear them. Unfortunately.
That's alright.
Good.
As we see the podium celebrating in Austria. As it is, Ivan Kingsley, who takes first place and his third win of the season ahead of championship rival Ross Denholm. Then it is Ermin who comes back strong in this race after 12th place in quali to take third and the podium. Michael Marlowe takes fourth, Jamie in fifth, then Tom in sixth. Billy with a strong seventh in the end after running a big portion of the race in the podium position on third. Then Jeremy in eighth, Cameron Rowlands in ninth, Matt Romano takes 1 point in 10th, Enzo in 11th, then Grayson 12th, Tyler Thomas, then Luke Baker, Jessica and Chris Ryan, and no DNFs today. As shall we see. I am gonna try to get the drivers in. We'll see if we'll get any other drivers in for interviews. And we have the winner already.
Hello.
Hello. And there we have third place.
Hello.
Oh, to you too. And well, while waiting on Ross, we can start off with you, Ermin.
Yeah, hi.
So first of all, got to talk about the quali because that certainly didn't go to plan today.
Well,
You seem to struggle a lot with the second sector and not invalidating there.
No, I haven't driven this game for like 3 weeks. I think no, 2 weeks. So my only practice laps were quali. So I was like, let's go on mediums just so I can get some feel for the track. And then I just couldn't get the lap valid for soft. It was a 103.4, I think. It would have been like near Ross. But yeah, that's what it was.
Fair enough, fair enough. Nonetheless, though, the troubles didn't end there. We start the race, and it is wet. And you seemed like you were initially having a decent start, but I can't remember exactly where it happened. But you did get involved in an incident early on. If you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think I had the best start I've ever had on any racing game. I was P5 by turn 4. And then, I don't know if it was Luke or Billy, but they took Grayson out and he wasn't ghosted. So I had to slow down and let his car go out of the way before I could move on.
Yeah, I remember it now. Nonetheless, though, the race was the quali and the start of the race was a struggle, but from there it only got better and better. And you did a good stop after when you switched over to the inters. You really picked the right pit window there, and you also picked the right pit window later on. So, like, what made you so sure that you were when you pitted every time?
Yeah, I was kinda, feeling the track was better every time. Then, Matt, he was in front of Hamrick, and Hamrick was on the inters gaining on Jess, and then I was like, yeah, it's a good time to pit. And I went for inters and I gained some time. And for the softs, I was just, feeling that the track was really dry. There was no point doing the inters.
It really didn't seem dry to us, but I mean, we thought you were crazy for a moment when we saw you going in, but it worked out pretty well. And for a moment, I was kind of shocked that not everyone went in straight after you went in. But nonetheless, though, with all of those strategies coming together as it did, you ended up in third in the end. And out of that poor start and the unluck, you ended up in the podium position. So how do you feel about that in the end? Could you have done anything different?
I always try to make the best out of the race. So I think I just had to drive because I knew I had the pace. Even in qualifying, that last invalidated lap was good enough for P3 in the end. I mean, I got 12th because it was invalid, but so I knew I had the pace, so I was just driving, and I gained many positions, and I'm happy about the results in the end.
Fair enough, fair enough. Next week, though, we're heading to one of my favorite tracks on this game, France.
Oh, I knew you were going to say France. Oh my god. I don't like the track. I think it deserves to be nuked. I think it deserves to be burned. I think it shouldn't be on the calendar. Yeah, all the worst.
I gotta disagree on that with you, but nonetheless, what are you hoping for position-wise there next week?
Yeah, I hope to be in the top 5, like every race, but I really don't enjoy the track, so it's going to be a pain to drive it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Last question, then, like in the Constructors Championship. You and Matt are catching up a little, but if I'm not wrong, I think you will actually be passing the McLarens for to take third in the Constructors now. Goal for the end of the season in the Constructors?
Well, I don't even know what wins we have, but I'm gonna say yeah. Let's go for third.
Well, you guys you're a bit off the two front runners team of
Yeah,
Ferrari and
that's what I
AlphaTauri,
thought. Yeah.
but it is you guys, McLaren, and the Renaults fighting for the third place there.
Yeah.
But
Good.
then, congratulations on another podium today, and good luck for next week.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be heading over to Ross.
Hello.
There he is. So, start off with quali. Could you have done better?
My last lap, I was 2/10 up, which would have put me on a 103.1, like a low 103.1, but just invalidated coming to turn 9, just lost it a little bit, and it's lost my lap, so... Yeah, I maybe could have gone on pole or the front row to maybe try get Delta into turn 1, but yeah, could have improved in quali.
Fair enough, fair enough. However, off the start, well, you and Ivan, and Michael seem to just sail away a little, but Ivan really put some pressure on you guys, though. Like he didn't start off slow. Was there, like, did you know from early on that you weren't gonna be able to keep up, or like when did you see it slipping away?
So obviously in lap 1, I wanted to let Michael try and fight him, but after turn 4, Michael just let me back to try fight him. But after about lap 8, I was like, yeah, he's won this. But then on the inters, I caught him up a bit, but then after that, he was gone. I couldn't keep up with him.
Fair enough, fair enough. Except for that, I don't really have many questions as well. Wasn't a lot that happened for you or Ivan during the race, for that matter. Or there were some crossover periods though, like when I was crossing over from wets to inters and inters to dries. Did you see any last opportunities to gain on Ivan during those points by making the right strategy call, or was it too late?
I was thinking of undercutting him, but Michael pit. So I was like, okay, I can't pit, so I had to pit at the same time as Delta. So I wanted to undercut him on both, but Michael pit, so I couldn't. I didn't want to double stack with him, I didn't want him to lose time. Because I wanted Michael to at least get a third, but he just lost time. But I wanted to try and undercut, but it just didn't work because obviously Michael wanted to pit early, so he tried to jump them. It didn't work,
enough.
but yeah, I'm happy with second.
Second is not a bad position. Nonetheless, next week we head to France, so your thoughts on that?
I'm having PTSD from last season with Shane. Yeah, I don't want that happening. So that kind of cost me a P3, but it'll be my second race on no TC, so hopefully top 3, so I can maybe get back into second, but we don't know. We can't really say anything. I could DNF, anyone could DNF, so just to finish.
Oh, we know you can DNF.
Oh, you
It
can
happened
as
last
well.
week.
You can as well. You're the bottle hound.
Yeah, but I do it in style. It's the difference.
I just go in the pits.
Nonetheless, as for the constructors battle, you and Michael, well, you should have gained a few points on the Ferraris today with Silva being absent, but
Yeah,
how do you
I think we
see
gained
that
3
fight
points.
going?
I don't think Silvan's making it again next week as he's going karting, so hopefully another gain on the champ constructors. But obviously Japan kind of ruined us because of me retiring. But hopefully France, Michael can get a podium and we can gain on Ivan and Sylvan for the constructors. But it is looking dimmer than dimmer for any championship this season.
Well, it is like that sometimes. You gotta remember there is 5 races left with France, so There's still chances, but nonetheless, congratulations today on the second place, and good luck for next week.
Thank you, you too.
And we'll be heading over to Ivan, today's race winner. If he's there.
I had it muted on the party, for God's sake.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I had it muted on the party, but hello.
So, let's see. Well, first of all, congratulations on your third win of the season, and Quali. Not gonna lie, you kind of pulled out a stunner there. We were sitting and watching, and well, you and Michael were tight, and then Ross was also close, but suddenly you just pulled out a lap that was 5/10 quicker, I believe.
Yeah, turn 1 was I gained a lot of time, and I was like, whoa. Because at the start of the lap, I genuinely thought, it's invalid. But then when I started to see that I was actually still valid, I began to keep going, and then I think I got a little bit of a slipstream off a guy that finished his lap, but he kept going to give me slipstream. I don't know what the name was or the car. But then like I started to pick up more time, and then, well, there's nothing really to comment too much on qualifying. I said it last week. I did just expect it to be like separated by like a good 2 tenths. Like from the lap when I went like 5 tenths up and it was like 4 tenths of a gap, I knew it was going to close down to like 2.5, because that track is honestly so hard to get like a good position in. So I think it was just that middle sector that I found a lot of time, mainly. Maybe a bit of the first, but yeah, it was close.
Definitely looked like it for us in the final sector. We actually noticed that you lost little time, so.
I went super. I almost touched the grass, and if you go back on the stream, anyone watching it, I literally tapped on the brakes. I tapped on the brakes because I was close to going wide, so I just like panicked, so I tapped it on, and then just like lost like I don't think I would have lost much, because I don't think I would have improved by any more time, but I was nowhere near the twos. The twos are almost physically impossible to even get near, especially on that track. I don't understand how folk do it like that, but yeah, that was probably my personal best. That's why I retired instantly. Not because of like, I knew no one was going to beat me. I just could instantly tell that time, personally for me, I would have not beat. So if someone beat that time, I was like, fair play. But yeah, the AlphaTauris, they were very close to each other in the qualifying.
They were close, but they got edged out a little in the end. But nonetheless, though, we move on to the race, where there isn't a lot to talk about. I mean, it's mainly off the start. You seem to have it under control. It looked like I can't remember if it was Ross or Michael had a good start, but you actually beat them.
Michael.
I think it was as well, but you still beat them off the line there as well. And after that,
I was a little bit under pressure.
Just...
I can tell you that. Like, if you want a little bit in info from how I felt in that race, I did start to know, because obviously I've told you like there's a little bit of mind games with me and Ross that I was expecting him, because obviously he doesn't want to be the driver 2 of his team. Because, well, him and Michael, he was just beating Michael in the standings, but now it's the opposite, so I could tell that Ross wasn't really going to want to have Michael in front of him, so then Michael got a very good start. Michael, I think he sends it onto turn 3 or 4, I'm honestly not too sure. But it was before the DRS, at where the second DRS section is. He went a little bit too deep, and I got the nicest switch back on him. And then it was just a very tricky race, to say the least. I was a little bit pressured that, because obviously I didn't have a teammate. Meanwhile, at Japan I had a teammate that could help back me up. But with that race I was just like, right, just push, start saving the fuel, because I underfueled the car in the rain to near the end to start pushing the fastest laps and all that stuff near the end. So I was just keeping myself composed, just do some cruise laps and just not do the tyre wearing. But near the middle part of the race, I have the stream on very like faintly, but obviously for some reason it was on like 4 bars, and I heard it was either you or Lee that shouted, "Oh, he's got a puncher! Billy's got a puncher!" And I was like, "Oh no," because he pit a lap later than me, so I was like, "Well, this is scary." So I just went super slow, went to the pit lane, stuck on the softs. I think there was another driver. I think it was the guy, Terminator, I think it was, or another driver. Someone stuck on the softs like really early. So I was worried that I was going to get impacted by that. There was a couple that I know. One, I think it was Enzo. Yeah, because I remember I went near Enzo and I started wagging the wheel in front of him because I was like, "What are you doing?" Because like, I was trying to signal him saying it's not time because I think it was like still really heavy rain and he was sticking on the soft. Then you're like that 30, then it started to happen. But yeah, overall though, it was an alright race. It was more challenging for me than having anyone else like near me because I was losing a lot because I was on a dry setup, so I did not expect it to be like that bad because it started getting heavier and I'm really bad in wet conditions. I'm only good in like near around intermediate conditions. Wet, I get a little bit pressured.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Used to be like that for me as well. Gotten a little
Yeah,
more comfortable with
yeah,
wet later on,
I'm
but
much more comfortable now. I've been able to fit in a lot more practice because I left this league. I'm not going to say the name, but I left the league 'cause I don't have time for that because it's really difficult to do back-to-backs. Because I remember after Japan, I did a race for that league and I DNF'd at it because I couldn't. It's physically impossible to do back-to-backs. So now that I've just said to them, I'll just go as a reserve. I can now focus on this, and I got some good practice in for Austria. It's a fun track, but believe it or not, I don't know if you saw the chat, but I did say that I wanted to do well in Austria, and I put a little rain emoji at the end, and then like 2 hours later, we get a wet race, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. That stuff. I genuinely love the rain because it's a challenge for me and everyone. It's fun to see like, no offense to them, but it's fun to see like spins and all that stuff. Like turn one, I was honestly dying because I saw like, I think it was Cam Rules. He literally just went round. And I was like, oh no. So I was just like dying because spinning, like seeing someone just spin in the rain is just so funny.
it can be a little funny. You gotta feel bad for there's always one or two drivers who get caught up in it
Oh
and
yeah,
can't really
yeah,
do much, but it is certainly funny to see some drivers spin, and it's certainly funny to see some wet races just now and then. But nonetheless, though, today pretty much went perfect for you in the end, and I do believe you took fastest lap in the end as well.
I think someone took it off me. I honestly don't know because I wasn't aiming for it like the fastest lap. I think I saved a lot of ERS throughout the rain, which is obvious because you don't burn anything in the rain, so that's why I didn't burn it. I think I only had one warning, but that's because I was just keeping it in the lane, just avoiding every curb because I knew because it's just like Japan. It was near that crossover point, and it was scary because no one in Japan knew when it was gonna go dry. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna be safe because ever since I saw Billy, like I heard Billy getting a puncture, I was like, right, I really am. Like, I was a little bit worried that I was gonna lose it because I just heard, Billy's got a puncture, and I was a bit worried. So yeah, it was a fun race overall. I would have loved to obviously see some people put up a more of a challenge, but some people just expected it to just be a dry race. So.
Well, I do actually believe, if I remember correctly, that Billy's tires were one lap older than your guys's. But for Erminator it was different though. He was on 2 lap older tires than Billy, so.
Yes, Billy must have really been pushing it or something because mine were on like 50s, so he must have been in like his 60s if they were like that dead to the point he got like rear.
He looked slidey out of the corners, to say the least. But nonetheless, though, next week we're heading to Japan, and how is that track for you?
Overall, it's one of my favorite. If I keep saying it's going to be my favorite, it's just going to be someone's going to be saying, "Oh, what is your bad track in the calendar that you're just going to do bad at?" But with France, it's one of my favorite ones because it's just runoffs. So obviously, some people don't like it because it's just runoff, so it gives a driver a second chance. That was the race that I got my first IRL podium in last season when I was teammates with Ross, and that's also another race that I want to do well in because, well, between me, you, and the stream, Ross wasn't happy when I got that podium and he didn't because he got involved with a little collision with Shane, so he finished 4th. So he was like getting very angry. But with that, I expect a bunch of people to be practicing in the wet because, well, I'm going to be practicing in the wet for France because it's pretty likely that's going to rain. But yeah, if it rains, it'll be a fun race for you guys to commentate for and also for me to drive because all the runoffs and all that stuff is going to be amazing to see how people are going to deal with the rain conditions if it occurs. But if it's dry, I'll just try my best. But with the Austria race, I was very happy because I got to prove that I was good in the dry and the wet. I'm not just a guy that's good in the wet. I can actually provide dry results, like wins. But position-wise, same again. Just hopefully top 6. I'm not gonna like predict myself to get any wins, like, that stuff, because it's just gonna put pressure on me if I say it in front of a stream saying, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna win." But
Humility
yeah,
is often a good way to go.
yeah, it's a lot of well, near the end of the race, I can't really lie. I was a bit mean with that. Near the end of the race, I got asked by someone. I got asked, why'd you slow it down? Why'd you give it? Like, because one of the people in my team that I'm in, LR, someone asked me, why did you slow down in the line? I was just like, mind games. Right, mind games. Because it was a 13-second gap and I slowed down, started doing little burnouts, and then I just stopped the line, watched them catch up, and I just went.
We noticed.
Yeah, the more I get into his head, the more it's better. That's just my game plan. Just get into the driver's heads, make him a little bit frustrated for next week, and then hopefully something happens. Because right now, this season's going to be a bit more tricky, because, as Ross said, my teammate is doing karting, so I can't really be blaming him, saying that the racing is more important on this game. But I'm not too sure what the constructors was looking like. I think we're still leading it by a decent margin from that Japan result. But I'm on 147 points, I think, if the maths is right. You get fastest lap point, and then you get 2 laps for pole and win. Just 29, 119, that's 147, I think. But yeah, 147 points. Someone easily can catch up to that. With the remainder of the races that we have, a few of them are. There's a few tracks that I'm not gonna say in the calendar because by the time we get to it, I'll probably just try smoothing it out. But yeah, because I don't want to do bad. Yeah, I can't leak anything and let someone else know my weak track. But yeah, if the remainder of the races, they'll be fun, especially Brazil, because it's apparently one of Ross's strong tracks that I'm gonna get smoked at by him. So just want to go to Brazil just to see, because he did a very good strategy, and I'll give him that. He was teammates with Tim last season, and he did a very good strategy. He did a soft medium, and he got a podium from it. So now he's just always calling himself the god of the Brazil. So I just want to get there ASAP.
Interesting to know.
Yeah. But yeah, overall though, it was a very good race, very good qualifying. Hope to watch the commentary after. Well, after this interview, I'll probably just hop in to YouTube on the TV and just watch the race.
I'm not gonna lie, you won't see a lot of yourself.
yeah, no, I won't see that. But overall, the amount of yellow flags I saw on all the spins, I reckon it's gonna be an amazing race to watch.
There was some good battles, especially at the start. There was
I was told
almost a 4-wide moment, I think. So
I was told that you were eating for a few laps as well.
yeah, I'm still trying to work on that dinner, actually.
Yeah, well, it was good entertainment for you then, I guess, having a wet race.
Usually it is, and seems like you guys in F3 are the wet racers this season.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun this season.
It's being a good season, but nonetheless, congratulations on your 3rd win of the season, and good luck for next week.
Thank you.
And as Lee is not here, I am completely sure he doesn't have anything to add. And with that, this has been IRL F3 round 7 in Austria, won by Ivan in the end. I've been your commentator, Sondre Sorhaug. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more action later on. With that, goodbye, and hopefully we'll see you again.